still never thought I would be here. Admittedly, I had an addiction escaping life and responsibility into video games. Would sit my daughter next to me for screen time and play games for hours. Skipped on spending time with my wife and kid, let my wife be primary care for the house and kid. We had her sister and her husband living with us, and my sil would be caregiver for my kid at times. Wife made a friend at work that she confided in about our relationship problems and had an emotional affair for almost 2 years that finally turned entitledparents. Wife, on my birthday, told me she wanted out of our marriage and next day admitted to the affair. I had always believed that if the issues got bad enough she would tell me we need third-party help and not cheat. Obviously I did not know her as well as I thought I did. We have very different philosophies on life. She sees the good in everyone to the point of being naive. I always think people are out for themselves. I had told my wife when we got together to please never cheat on me. My mother cheated on my dad when I was very young and never wanted to experience this. I take responsibility for my side of neglecting my wife and kid, but that is in no way excusing an affair, just taking ownership of my failings. Wife has moved out for the time being, living with her parents and seeing the other guy frequently. We have started seeing a counselor and trying to figure out how to talk to each other. She feels I stole her time with our kid because I was not carrying my weight. I can fully understand why she feels the way she does and wish I could change the past and go back. Wishes. I still love this woman. The time was great, and when I did spend time with her we had good times. I have in the past few weeks stopped all video games and asked the in-laws to move out so I can reclaim my life and space. Currently have my daughter Sunday to Thursday morning and she has her the other days. She works nights and I'm on days, an obvious stressor on a relationship. She does not want to work on the relationship and just wants out. Tells me she wants to be alone but is still seeing him. The counselor has talked to her about the effects of divorce on kids and she has considered moving back in for a time. But tells me she does not trust me emotionally and does not want to work on the relationship while she is here. We have agreed to not do any fighting or talking about us in front of the kid. She does not need to be seeing that. The last thing she told me is she would try to be mentally prepared to move in weekend of the 19th. She has been cold to me and downright mean at times, but for the sake of my child I want to find a way to make things right and bring back the spark. The past few weeks have been hell, watching my world fall apart. Breaking out in tears daily, hard to hold a wrench in my hand and fix vehicles while tears run down my face. I'm a mechanic. I have been closed off from most of the world, introverted, for so long and recently been talking to anyone that will listen. After my wife told me about the affair we had time maybe 4 more times, then said she wouldn't anymore. My time drive went apeshit, ended up masturbating 5 to 10 times a day. Till I asked a coworker for a duck buddy situation. I have never had a duck buddy in my life and admittedly it's not strictly that. We talk openly about my relationship issues and her failed engagement. Have built a friendship at this point but still made it clear if I can fix my marriage I will try to. If my wife moves back in, all extramarital activity will have to end. I have asked my wife to block him on her phone if the living under the same roof occurs and she agreed, but then told me she would not avoid any social gatherings he is at, which seems counterproductive. Brought that up with the counselor in private session and not said it to my wife right then, but that's not okay in my opinion. The time we live together I will have to find a way to get my wife to love me again, not sure how to do that or if it's even worth 6 months of our lives trying. Feeling lost and hopeless most days. Feel like I'm just rambling to the ether. Maybe posting this will give me some resolve in what I'm doing. Comment 1. I was going to advise you to stop playing those stupid, addictive, mind-numbing, time-wasting video games. That's what they are, a game. Your wife gave up and left to find someone who would spend time with her. She's gone. I think you need to find a video game that will F you. Seriously, you need to grow the duck up. Or, stay single and play video games all night. Comment 2. You checked out. Then she checked out too and now you want to check back in? If she's out of the picture you have more time to enjoy your video games and escapism without neglecting other people. Comment 3. The only hope you have if getting her back, you should not take her back, is to appear to have moved on and happy that you are not with her anymore. What I mean is embrace your time buddy, don't come home until morning on your days off, start working out, hang out with friends often. Do not grovel and play the pick me dance, you will fail if you do those things. I hope you make the right decision and move on. This person cannot be trusted. She did not have to cheat to get your attention. Comment 4. If your marriage was a Lamborghini wrapped around a telephone pole, you sound like the guy studying the carnage and telling everyone around you, it's okay, it'll buff out. We're probably missing the part where your wife told you that she wanted more time together and you said, sure, as soon as I get to the next level in the game I'm playing. Having said this, she was wrong for stepping outside your marriage. No excuses, she took a bending relationship and snapped it in half. She won't accept blame for it and instead is absolving herself with anger at you. And she is dismissing the effects of having in-laws staying with you. That's not fair to you at all. When you got a duck buddy, you sealed your fate. I'm sorry buddy, but your marriage is totaled. It's not gonna buff out. Comment 5. Your wife is in limerence. Her emotions and thinking patterns are all focused on the high of the new guy. You will never be able to reach her until she breaks through it on her own. As hard as it is to hear this, your attempts to win her love pick-me dance will only fail. The harder you try to win her, or show her, the less respect she will show you and less respect she will feel for you. Your old relationship is gone, bro. Your wife is gone. Is there a chance it can be saved? Sure, but only when she's out of the limerence. When she's worked through the butterflies and the stomach feeling. The more you try to hold on, the more her hormones will flare to help her focus on the new guy. You have two choices before you, and they both lead to the same outcome. For now you can try to hold on tighter and show love and change and focus on fixing your dead relationship, which will simply push her away. Or you can start the process of divorce, can always cancel later, totally go as low contact, no contact as possible. Split all finances, talk to a lawyer and have her served. Do a background check on the guy, get STD tested, etc. and prepare for a life without her, and maybe the suddenness of you moving on and cutting her out of your life will snap her the duck out of it. You should be upset. She cheated and has faced no consequences, in fact the opposite, since you're trying to prove yourself worthy of the cheater. How can she possibly respect that move? This is gonna suck donkey balls, but it's the only real move you have that has the potential, and it serves you, not her. Comment 6. Give it to the iron. I was depressive for a very long time until I started to lift weights. It saved me. When you feel like shit, give it to the iron. Comment 7. Good lord, this is a mess. Dude, why do you want her back? To repair her wrongdoings with both your misdeeds and miscommunications? She cheated on you and seems to have no regrets about it. The both of you are in very different places and have been for a long time. And from the sounds of it, she's done and has moved on. You both have. When you decided to have a FWB to fill your needs of her neglect, instead of separation, you poured nitrous into a nuke. And it landed right on your face. I know this isn't what you want to hear, but this battle is over. At this point, to find a way to make her love you again is to find Doc Brown and Anna Delarion. She broke your trust. And broke your heart. And broke the family. This doesn't excuse your part in this. You now see what your neglect has brought, and now you must learn how to live with your choices. Learn and be better for a better future with a new partner down the line. The best thing right now is to start learning how to co-parent with each other for the sake of your kid. And maybe start gathering up your finances. This won't be easy if she gets hostile. You need to start mentally preparing yourself on how to survive whatever more fallout can occur. No more pick-me dance. No more groveling, and no more self-pity. It's time to get in fighting shape. Good luck, man. Come what may, I do hope things get better for you, for that little girl. Comment 8. Your kid deserves happy parents. Your happiness is on the other side of the divorce. You checked out. She cheated. It's over. Comment 9. I am curious, what do you think your wife could have or should have done to try to fully explain to you the potential consequences of your neglectful behavior? Did she ever mention to you before the cheating that she was feeling lonely, or that you were prioritizing games over her? To the point where she was ready to look for love elsewhere? How many times did she mention that and you didn't take it seriously? Only asking because I am in the same situation right now, wondering how long I can stay in a relationship with someone who only puts half effort into loving me. It's gotten to the point where staying just because we have a child isn't cutting it anymore. It sounds like your wife held your world together, taking care of child and house, and you took it in her for granted until she couldn't handle the loneliness anymore. Comment 10. To hell with that. The video games aren't the issue, ignoring your family is. Play video games with your wife, or don't, it's okay to have separate hobbies. Thanks you for watching. Everyday new movies. See you soon.